gentle yogis and Timbit. So we're going to start off today with our Ujjayi breath and that same sitting on our sit bones, nice and tall. Make sure your feet are planted into your mat, all four corners. And we're going to start with our breath. So taking a nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. And we're going to inhale for 4 counts and exhale for 4 counts. These next couple of breaths, still going with that 4 count. I'd like you to place your hand on your stomach and make sure when you breathe in, you go through the throat, lifting the chest, and then through your tummy. And as you exhale, using full capacity and breathing everything out. Also for 4 counts. So doing this 3 more times at your own pace. You do a gentle guide for yourself. Gently closing the eyes and just tuning into the body. Are there any tension spots? How is your emotion? Are we holding that emotion anywhere in our shoulders, our neck? Maybe in the knees and joints. So at your last breath, go ahead and join me here with your strap. And we're gonna do a couple side stretches and a forward fold to warm up the body. Hey. So holding your strap nice and wide. You're going to have the hands maybe a little bit wider than shoulder width. Yes, buddy. You're going to inhale the arms up, and then as you exhale, pulling, thank you, to the right. Breathe through that left side body. 2 breaths here. And at your last exhale, go ahead and lift yourself up nice and straight. And exhale, coming all the way to the opposite side. And we'll be here for 2 breaths. And as you inhale, go ahead and bring yourself up. We're gonna follow our exhale and bend to the right again. Come up a little bit quicker here. So inhale, come up. And exhale to bend. We'll do 1 more here. Feeling the breath through your intercostals, through the ribs. At your last inhale, go ahead and bring yourself up again. And we're gonna come into a forward fold. So keeping your arms up. As you exhale, you're going to hinge at your hips, keep your bottom glued to your seat, and trying to keep your arms up. Don't have your elbows pass your ears as you're hinging here. So you got a nice flat tabletop, but your arms are still up. And we're gonna stay here for 2 breaths. So as you inhale, you're gonna push your arms back first, and then it's gonna lift the rest of your body up. And then exhale, hinging forward, keeping the arms nice and close to the ears. Stay for 2 breaths. And inhale up. And we'll do 1 more here. So this kind of helps with your shoulder mobility, also helping with your posture because I'm not allowing you to bend forward or to crouch your chin forward. So go ahead and bring yourself up again as you inhale. And slowly bring your arms down. So you should be able to feel a little bit of burn here in the shoulders. And from here, warming up the spine, we're gonna go ahead and do a couple twists and a cat-cow. So if you do have a strap, I'll get you to have it just on the side here. So following the breath here, as we inhale, we want to elongate the spine. And as we exhale, that's when we turn or twist our towel and turn to the right or the left. So you're gonna go ahead and inhale nice and tall, bring your arms up. And as we exhale, turn to the right and hold on to the back of your chair as you twist. You're gonna inhale, finding space, and exhale the twist again to the right. Inhale to elongate and exhale the twist. So last little bit here as you twist. That last little one is looking over your right shoulder. And we'll stay here for 2 breaths. Last breath, go ahead and inhale. And exhale, come to neutral. So we'll inhale and come the other way, nice and tall. Exhale, turn to the left, hold on to the back of your chair. Straighten to inhale and exhale to turn. And that last little twist to finish, look over your left shoulder. 2 breaths here. Last one, you're gonna inhale to lengthen and exhale, turning towards center. And from here, we're gonna go ahead and do a couple cat-cows. So I'll turn the chair around. That way you can see what's going on. So sitting up nice and tall here, feet planted. You're gonna go ahead and inhale, looking up towards the sky, arching the back. Pull that chest up towards the ceiling, nice and open heart. And as you exhale, bend and go ahead and fold, looking towards your belly button. Inhale to look up and arch. And exhale to round the back. You're gonna do this 3 more times, following the breath. Inhaling to arch, and exhaling to round. And as you look up, you're gonna round your shoulders open and back, giving yourself all that space to inhale, and then exhale, rounding. Getting rid of all the carbon dioxide. And last one here, inhale to look up, and exhaling, letting go of what that does not serve you. Go ahead and come to neutral. And we will come into our jump rope. So that's actually a shoulder exercise for range of motion. We already kind of worked on it with our warm up here by holding forward and lifting the shoulders. So I'm gonna get you to do that one more time, but with the jump rope or a strap, and try your best to find space between your earlobes and your shoulders as you lift and bring your arms back. So I find this is really easy to do with a strap and having your arms nice and wide. Okay. You can also do this with a broomstick or even a golf club. So whichever one you have available to you, I'm gonna get you to hold on to it as you, the widest length that you've got. So following your breath, you're going to inhale, pushing your arms up and above you. And as you exhale, you're going to bring them back behind. And as you inhale, bring it back up above your head and exhale down. We're going to do this 4 times. Inhaling up and rounding forward. That was 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you do have this strap available to you, we're going to come into our cow face arms as well. Trying to open up the shoulders again. So having your strap, you're going to have it placed over the left shoulder. Go ahead and have your arms out to a T. The strap that's on your shoulder, you're going to have thumbs up, and the other one thumbs down. Thumbs up is going to come above your head, thumbs down behind you. From here, bend at your elbows and grab a hold of your strap. So if available to you, you can go ahead and hold on to your fingers. If not, that strap is there for a reason. So as we're breathing here and just allowing that opening into the shoulders, you want to try to bring this elbow, the left one, nice and high towards the ceiling, and try to bring the right one straight down towards the floor. So 2 long, steady breaths here. Just allowing the muscle to relax and stretch in. Gomukhasana arms are really good to open up the shoulder, as well as stretch out the back and chest. And at your last breath, gently let go of your fingers, unpretzel your arms, and then we'll bring the strap to the other side. So again, with the shoulder and the strap, thumbs up. Other hand, thumbs down. Thumbs up is going to come above your head, thumbs behind you. When you're ready, go ahead and bend at the elbows and go ahead and hold on to your strap. And then while you're here and you've got your hands all locked up in position, go ahead and push that elbow higher and then the left elbow down towards the ground. One side may feel a little bit more stiff than the other, and that's okay. That's why we balance out and do both sides in yoga. 2 long, steady breaths here. And at your last breath, go ahead and let go of the strap, unpretzel your arms, and allow them to come down to your side. So I think that's all for the strap today. I'll just leave it close by just in case if I need it. And we're gonna do a couple of neck stretches since I feel like that's the most important piece that a lot of us kind of take for granted a lot of the times. So for our next stretch, I'd like you to make the space in our neck by making sure the shoulders are down and rolled back first. You're going to go ahead and take your left hand and put it underneath of your seat or holding onto the back of the chair or bottom of the chair. And at your exhale, you're going to turn and bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. If available to you, go ahead and take your right hand, gently place it on your head and pull a little bit closer so that your ear might be able to imagine touching your right ear. Did I say right ear? Yeah, right ear to right shoulder. From here, go ahead and bring your hand off of your head and you're gonna inhale and tilt back to neutral. This time, turn your head and look towards your right shoulder. Tilt your chin down so you're looking towards your armpit, and your right hand again on maybe the back of your head and pull gently towards your armpit. Last breath here, letting go of your head. You're gonna tilt your chin up and rotate center, and go ahead and bring your right hand underneath your chair. You're gonna inhale nice and tall, and then turn to have your left ear towards left shoulder. Taking your left hand, you're gonna bring it over to your head and gently pull to the side. And every time you exhale, maybe you can stretch it just a tad bit more. Let gravity work its way onto the head. There are a lot of unilateral things that we do during the day that we don't notice. Sometimes it could be holding your purse on one shoulder. It could be holding a phone between your shoulder and ear. I don't know if we do that anymore. Most of us text. Or you could just be leaning to one side for too long, right? When you're reading, watching a TV show. We all have that one favorite side. Go ahead and let go of your head. Come to neutral. You're going to turn now towards the left. Look down towards that left shoulder or left armpit. And then again, if available to you, bring your left hand above your head and gently pull forward. So you should be able to feel this stretch near the back of your neck instead, right next to your right ear. One more breath here. And gently let go of your head. You're going to tilt your chin up and then rotate forward. And from here, we're going to work on the wrists as well as our hamstrings. So go ahead and bring your foot forward. You're going to flex your right foot and put the heel down on the floor in front of you. And if available to you, this is where you're going to hinge forward and feel a stretch through the calf and your hamstring on that flexed foot. So again, try to make sure your chest is nice and open and you're only hinging forward from your hip. As long as you can feel a tension in the backside of your leg and you're not hyperextending the knee. We're going to stay here while we wrist roll. Okay, and just making sure that that foot is still flexed, toes facing towards you. And we'll be here for 3 more breaths. Hi. Last breath. I know. Go ahead and come up. Bring your foot in. And we're going to wrist roll the other way, opposite way that you just did. Stick your left foot out, heel onto the ground, and toes facing up towards the sky or towards your face. Hinge forward, and start to wrist roll the opposite way.
hand-eye coordination today. 3 breaths here. Feel that stretch through the hamstring. Work the wrists. Allow that circulation to start. At your last breath, go ahead and come up. Bring your foot in. And we're gonna come into the first warrior of our practice today. So warrior 2, that's where we're gonna have our hips open and towards the long edge of your mat. So I'm gonna bring my chair over to the left side of my mat first, and you're gonna seat yourself on that right corner. So left hip onto the right corner there of your chair. You're gonna open up to have your left knee facing out towards the side here. You can also actually come straight across if it allows you to plant your foot flat onto the ground. If not, that's okay. You can always close in the hip a little bit. Once you have that there, go ahead and push that right foot back. And this line here, you want to have a straight line from front heel all the way to the inner arch of your back foot. Okay, once you have that, hands on hips, turn so that the hips are facing the long edge of your mat. And then you're gonna go ahead and inhale the arms up to a T. Warrior 2, or Virabhadrasana 2. From here, we're gonna go into an extended side angle. So that's where we lean forward on our left hand. And we're gonna windmill the right arm down, 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 all the way up and across. If you look up to your fingertips, down to your heel, there should be a nice straight line. Breathe in through that right side body as you stretch, stretch, stretch. Have a nice strong back leg. If available to you and you can keep that nice straight line, you can actually plant your hand down onto the floor. Turn and look towards the inner elbow. We're gonna be here for 2 breaths. And as you inhale here, you're going to windmill yourself up. Back into warrior 2. We're gonna do something a little bit different here. It's going to be twisted extended side angle. So just like where we were here, but we're going to actually twist and lean the opposite way. This is where our chair backing comes in handy. So what you want to do is hold on to the back of the chair here first, okay? And you're going to inhale, elongate, nice lengthen here. And as we exhale, we're going to turn towards the back of the chair. Hold on to the back of the chair with both of your hands, and you're trying to twist your body to look towards the back of the chair. Obviously, it's not going to twist that far, but that's what you want to feel. Keep your back leg glued to the floor, and then leaning forward. So this is extended side angle, but twisted. Hold here for 2 breaths. Inhale and unhinge yourself. And then slowly exhale to twist back. Go ahead and bring that back leg to meet the front. And we'll do the same thing on the opposite side because I feel like we should always be balanced. So bring the chair over to the right hand side. I'm gonna sit my right hip onto that left corner of the chair, opening up that hip first, knee out to the side, and then go ahead and push that left leg back behind you. Make sure we have that imaginary line first, inner arch to the heel of your front foot. Go ahead and rotate so that your hips are following the long edge of your mat. Okay. If you had headlights on your hip bones, they should be facing me. Okay, and they're not tilted, they're nice and level. So square out your hips. Inhale the arms up to the side, and we are in warrior 2.
Take a breath here, just feeling how strong your warrior is. And then we'll slowly come down into our extended side angle. Windmill the arm down, down and up. And around here, so you should be able to find that nice straight line from your back toes up to the right fingertips. Try to peel back that right shoulder because you have a nice open heart here. And breathe and smile. One more breath. You're gonna use those side muscles and rotate and bring yourself up into your warrior two. Remember to try to roll those shoulders back, nice and open. And we're gonna do a twisted side angle. So from here, you're already nice and tall. So you can go ahead and turn towards the back of your chair. You're gonna keep your legs exactly where they are. That back one's nice and straight. This right one here, hopefully there's a 90-degree angle here in your knee. And when you're ready, you're going to bend forward and look towards the back of the chair. Two breaths here. Last breath. You're going to come up first and then slowly twist forward. Go ahead and bring that back leg in. And I'm going to scooch on towards the center here. And we're going to also work on our glutes and our thighs today. So we're going to pretend sit on this chair this time. So go ahead and stand up. And we're gonna have this chair to catch us if we fall. And I want you to have a little bit of space here. So if you were to sit down, right, you would get your chair. So just come forward just a tad bit here. Your feet are gonna be hip width distance apart. This is also called the lightning bolt pose because that's what your body's gonna look like. You're gonna inhale the arms up first. And as you exhale, you bend your knees, bringing your hips down, almost as if you're gonna sit on your chair, but you don't sit on your chair. You keep that position and lift your arms up next to your ears. And here you are in lightning bolt. Make sure that your knees are straight over your middle toes. You're not knocking your knees together and they're not widening apart. They're nice and straight. As you inhale, go ahead and stand up. Exhale again. Come into your fake chair. So that chair is just for your support, just in case you do end up sitting down. Inhale and come up. So this is a really good active pose. Exhale and bend. We're gonna hold this one for the last little bit. And you wanna make sure that we're strengthening our knees and we're working our hips. Your thighs should be burning. Means they're working out well. And we'll be here for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and inhale nice and straight. That works on the core, and exhale your arms down. So again, also following this chair, we're gonna come into our figure 4. So I've got 2 versions here. We can either be seated in our chair first. You're gonna lift your right foot, place it across your left knee. Let that right knee come to the side so you look like you have a figure 4 if you look down. From here, hinge forward at your hips, bringing your chest nice and close to your shin, and stretch here. If you want to try your balancing here, you're actually gonna come into figure 4 in chair while standing. So you've got your figure 4, and you're slowly going to bend your left knee, and you're gonna pretend to sit in your chair.
I'm a little too far. And slowly bending, bending. That chair is there for me, just in case. Okay. Having your hands forward to balance yourself out. We're gonna stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and unhinge yourself and bring your right leg down to the side. We're gonna trade legs here. So if you're seated, go ahead and lift your left ankle onto the right knee. I forgot to mention, make sure you're flexing your foot here so that you protect your knee. When you're ready, go ahead and hinge, bring your chest nice and forward. You're gonna have your hands outwards like you're trying to grab a gift and just reach. Feel that stretch through that left hip flexor. And if you are trying to do it balanced, you're gonna bring ankle to knee and slowly bend and try to find your seat. Balancing here, reaching your arms forward. And are we breathing? You know, there's a lot to focus on sometimes, and our breath is the first thing to leave us. So try to focus on that breath. Let it find your balance here. We'll be here for 3, 2, and 1. So go ahead and lift that ankle up off the knee if you're seated, or if you're standing, go ahead and stand up and then bring that ankle up off of your knee. So from here, we are going to do a lunge with a side stretch. And this is best done with the chair sideways to you. So I would make sure that the seat here is facing your hip. You're gonna have your right foot the closest to the chair out in front. And you're gonna pull this left leg back behind you. Okay, so you look like you have a triangle position here. Your hips are facing forward. And what I'd like us to get into is called Anjayasana. Anjayasana is a low lunge. So high lunge would be here where you have your heel to the ground, your knee bent forward. A low lunge, you're gonna actually bring your knee down to the mat and you're gonna unflex your toes. So that's why your hand will be perfectly placed on the seat of your chair here in low lunge. And once you're here, you're going to bend forward. You might have to toe heel your foot forward a little bit here so that when you bend forward, your knee doesn't go past your toes, okay? So you should feel a stretch now coming through this left hip. And as you inhale your left arm up, that stretch follows all the way up to your fingertips. I find this stretch is my favorite actually, because I'm sitting for so long, this whole front side gets shortened and contracted. So this low lunge with a side arm coming up, it's a full stretch from your knee all the way up into the fingertips. We're gonna breathe here. Look up towards the ceiling if you want to. One more breath here. And as you inhale, you're gonna come up straight. And then you're gonna reach your fingertips overhead like a rainbow and exhale over to the chair. So what I'm doing is I'm leaning onto the seat of my chair and now I'm stretching through the side body.
last breath. Go ahead and inhale yourself up nice and tall. Bring that left arm down, and we'll do the opposite. So let's go ahead and use this as our support. You're gonna push on that right knee and pull yourself up nice and tall. Turn around, and we've got the left side here. So again, left leg nice and close to your chair. Right one, go ahead and bring it back behind you. So this first little bend here in your left knee, you're in a high lunge. You're gonna bring that right knee down to the ground, nice and gentle. Unflex your toes and go ahead and kind of like toe your left heel forward so that when you bend forward, your knee's not going past the toes in front. Okay. So this might actually be as far as you need to go to stretch out that flexor if you're really tight, and that's okay. Right? You just want to get that mobility in and make sure we can get some blood circulation into those tight hips. So once we're here, you're going to inhale that right arm up. Feel that stretch through the whole right side body there, right down into that psoas, into that right hip and right thigh. You can also lean back, looking up towards the ceiling, and you're just gonna have your left hand on the seat to keep you balanced here. One more breath. So as you inhale, you're gonna bring yourself up, and then exhale, you're gonna lean to the left, lean towards your chair. If you're flexible enough, you can hold on to the back of your chair. If not, you're just gonna let your hand dangle over your head, kind of like an umbrella. We'll be here for more breaths. See, I find this side is my worst side because this is how I drive. I drive and I'm always kinked onto the right side. I use the pedal with my right foot. Same thing at work. I use my right foot to use the polishing pedal, to use the ultrasonic to clean teeth. Everything's contracted on my right side. So I like staying here for a couple more breaths. But you don't have to. At your last inhale, you're gonna go ahead and bring yourself up. And exhale, bring that arm down to your side. So from there, go ahead and use that left knee as leverage to push yourself into a stand. There we go. And we're going to do one balance pose here. And it's facing the back of your chair. So I'll show you here what it looks like, and I'll tell you how to get into it. Okay. So this is Warrior 3. Now, depending on how far you'd like to hinge forward at your hips, you can either have it on the back of your chair, or sometimes balance-wise, it's easier to put your hand on the seat of the chair. So, just kind of decide first where you want to have your hands. Once you have that, what I'd like you to do is facing either the top of your chair holding on, or the bottom of your chair, wherever you are. Okay. You're going to bring your right foot back behind you. I'll do the back of the chair first. Go ahead and lift that right foot. You can have the toes flexed or pointed. Okay. As long as you've got both hips nice and square, you're going to start leaning your body forward towards the chair and hold. Okay. That would be the beginner's Warrior 3.
If you want a little bit more bendiness or stretchiness into here from warrior one, you're gonna fold forward, find the chair with your arms and push off like an airplane and lean forward. Also a warrior three. Wherever you are, you meet your body where it's at. Don't force it. You just want to find that balance, making sure you're planted into all four corners of your feet. Nice straight leg, and the hips are square. We'll be here for a couple more breaths, since I did both beginner and moderate here. And when you're ready, you're gonna exhale and slowly bring that foot down behind, and then bring yourself up. We're gonna go ahead and do the opposite leg here. So holding onto the back of the chair, bring all of your weight onto your right foot, push that left leg behind, either toes pointed or toes flexed. You're gonna lift the heel up behind you, but make sure you're still bringing that left hip so it's nice and square, and then slowly hinge forward. Okay. If you'd like to get in from the opposite way, you're gonna come into your warrior one. Fold forward, find the chair, and then push off into your airplane. I always like to finish our chair yoga off with a peak pose, something to work on our balance and our focus, letting the breath guide you. If we're always sitting, we don't use the muscles in our legs, and we can't build muscle or bone if we're not using our legs. So here we are in our peak pose, working everything. So at that last breath, when you're ready, go ahead and bring that foot down to meet the front and slowly hinge yourself up. From here, we're gonna go ahead and, actually I'll stay this way. We're gonna go ahead and come into a roll down as we cool off. Feet nice and flat on the ground, and slowly hinge forward and rolling yourself draped over our knees like a rag doll. Slowly roll yourself up, each vertebrae nice and slow. With your head, the last thing to come up. And we will guide you into Shavasana. So you're in the perfect position here to lean back onto your chair, get nice and comfy. And we're gonna slow the brain chatter down, even just for a couple minutes here. Shavasana is the best time to rejuvenate your brain so it's ready for whatever it encounters next when you leave your mat. And it also helps the nervous system absorb everything we've done for it today. So go ahead and find yourself pushed up against the back of your chair. Go ahead and relax. And we're going to go ahead and guide from the floor up to our head today. Every tension we'll try to let go of and release. So starting at our feet, go ahead and plant those feet down into the mat.
uncurl your toes if you have to. Gently letting go of any tension in your heels. You can give it a little tap. Relaxing the knees and the thighs here. I'm gonna go ahead and unclench your fingers, and you're gonna rotate so that the hands are facing up towards the ceiling in a nice receiving position for whatever energy the universe has to hold for you. Relaxing the forearms and letting the belly soften. You're going to relax the shoulders and letting go of any tension in your neck. Along your jaw, try to unclench the teeth. And letting go of the eyebrow furrow that you may have. Gently closing your eyes here, or just gazing forward at something on the ground. Not really focusing on too much here. And just letting the muscles around your eyes relax. You're going to come to your breath. Nice deep inhale in, sighing it out. And then go ahead and let the ebb and flow of that breath follow along. So there's no need to stop and start that breathing or have any control over it. Just let it naturally flow. You're gonna inhale, relaxation, and exhale any tension. If there's any kind of tightness in one area in the body, go ahead and just guide your breath there. And as you exhale, let it relax a little. We've gotten our body into nice, quiet position. Our breath is calm. Last little bit here is our mind. Try to calm your monkey mind down. Instead of jumping from idea or branch to branch, you're just gonna let that brain chatter calm itself down. Gently acknowledge the thought that you're trying to process. Leave it on a shelf. You'll get back to it later. And if you find yourself still wandering, gently guide your thoughts to the breath. Nice inhale and exhale. Maybe you might want to think of just how the body is being supported by the chair, feeling grounded into your mat. The time right now is just to be present with your breath. And just being present, mind, body, and soul. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana a little bit longer if you'd like, but when you're ready, I'll guide you out just with a simple twitch of your fingers and wiggle of your toes. You're gonna gently blink your eyes open, letting that light seep in. Take a nice deep inhale in, almost like a yawn, and exhale out.
So whatever peace that you've cultivated here today, we're going to seal in the practice with that. So go ahead and bring yourself up nice and tall. You're going to inhale the arms up. Bring all that nice energy in. Hands together. Exhale everything that you don't need out. Just want to thank you for coming to today's class. I know we didn't get yesterday evening in, but it's nice that you were able to come to Friday class. So thank you and have a lovely weekend. Namaste.